Good evening. Hey, I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys. I am working on my what I call future casting for 2019. Basically, coming up with what I want to create, and this piggybacks off of the video I did last week about making a list to move forward and spending some time looking at what you have done, what you've created, where you've been, what you've experienced this past year. And that's a perfect springboard to start this forecasting of what you want to create and bring into your life this coming year in 2019. So I want to share with you some tips that have helped me because I've done this the last couple years. And in looking back, I definitely kind of underestimated what was possible. So a couple things I wanted to share with you that might help you in planning for what you want to create this coming year. And I just started a list. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's just a list of things that I want to do, experience, go to, things I want to like create and work on within myself. I would say the first thing is be really specific. Like there's a certain amount of money I want to make next year. Instead of saying, I want to make more money, I want to make this, like set a dollar amount, like make it really specific. And even if it feels absurd, just go with it. So first one's be specific. And sometimes the specificity might come as like things start to unfold. Give yourself the space to maybe add some more specificity later. I would say too, put it in present tense, like as though it's already happening. Like I'll share with you a couple things, like a couple of the verbs on my list. I put I teach, I serve, I drive, I have, I create. So it's like as though I'm already doing it. Instead of saying I am going to or I will, it just feels more intentional and it makes it much more real when you say that you are already doing it. It's as though it's already a part of you. And it comes to a lot easier that way. So yeah, mine are like I communicate, I create, I participate. So yeah, present tense as though it's already happening or it's already occurring in your life. Another one I think kind of goes along with the money, with the being specific one is, I guess goes along more with the money piece in my head, but with any of this is go big. Like if it feels ridiculous, put it down. That's one of my biggest lessons the last couple years I've done this is I did not go big enough. So I look back and I'm like, wow, I did a lot. I created a lot, but I could have done so much more. And I'm so much more capable than I realized in that moment. So go really big, even if it feels absurd. And I think going hand in hand with that is don't worry about the how. There's some things I have on my list. I think I'm up to about 40 things that I want to do and create and have a part of my life this coming year. And a lot of them, I don't know how in the world most of these are going to like really happen or unfold. But that's kind of where the magic is when we let go of needing to know how this is going to happen in our life and just kind of surrendering to like what unfolds and the way things present themselves in our lives. So a lot of times like we have things planned out in our head, like I need to take these steps to get here. And things just happen in ways that we never could imagine. So, and a lot of times it's a lot more simple than we would even expect. Um, and the last one is as you add to your list, just feel it as you write something on there. Like I had included something on my list about going camping with some friends. So just sitting in that and like imagining what it's going to be like to be camping with my friends and to be outside and just to really be enjoying each other in that setting. So allow yourself to really imagine, not only imagine yourself doing those things, but to also let yourself feel it in your body so it feels even more real. So those are my main things. So again, in setting some goals and intentions and kind of dreaming about next year, be really specific, as specific as possible. And like I said, sometimes the specificity comes with time. Think about it and write it as though it's present tense, as though it's happening right now. Let's see, what was the other one? Go big. Like kind of be a little ridiculous with it, and it's okay. and don't get caught up in the how. That's not for us to decide a lot of the times. And to feel it in your body, just to pause with each thing that you're imagining having in your life and creating and calling in. Allow yourself to feel what that would really feel like to have that, or to be that, or to experience that. And the last thing I want to top it off with, which has been a big key thing for me, is decide how you're going to celebrate. Like when these things all do happen for you, and usually more than, like, I know my list, there was far more things that happened and that I did than I had anticipated. Figure out how you're going to celebrate it, like how you're going to um, celebrate, like whatever that may be. And some of these things might be celebrations themselves, like trips you might be taking. But yeah, I just want to share those with you. I'm going to be adding to my list. So maybe as I continue to add to my list, I will share with you guys some things that come up for me and planning for this coming year. But if you have trouble kind of imagining what's possible for yourself, or doubting like what you might be capable of, or the opportunities that might come your way, reach out, because I've had some pretty amazing things happen for me really these last couple years, and things have unfolded and happened in ways that I never would even imagined or could have like come up with in my head. So if you're having trouble getting out of the box with it and really pushing it, or really have a hard time even just seeing your future, like seeing what might be possible, reach out to me, drop me a line, send me a message. I would love to support you with this. This has been really key for me in seeing my progress and seeing what I'm capable of, and really stepping into bigger possibilities. So even just saying that right now, I can feel like my list really does need to get a little more ridiculous, like ridiculously big. So yeah, so I'm feeling that right now. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Please reach out if you want some help with this, because this is a really good time of year. We're just coming out of Christmas, and people have been connecting with family, and there's a lot of joy, and we're looking towards the new year this coming week. So, which, like in a couple days, which feels crazy. So this is a really good time to set these intentions and these plans before we hit the new year. So just reach out to me. Love you guys. Have a good night.